Sam, I guess what was kind of your process to enter your name into the portal and then settle on Notre Dame?
That's a while ago. Yeah, I think the biggest thing and the kind of the biggest reason was just there was an opportunity to play football and play football at in college at a high level. I think often I see people that are done with school or run out of eligibility or even have eligibility and declare, and that opportunity never comes again. And the thing I think that makes football so special is you can't just wake up one day and say I'm going to go play. There's very few opportunities, and the opportunities come and go very quickly. And I've played. This is year 6, and knowing how quickly a season goes by, knowing how quickly a game is over, and you're sitting there wondering, what I could have done and done better. Some of it's very grim and hollow, but there's a lot of great moments that I wanted to be a part of, and felt like the opportunity here was something that I could take advantage of. And then probably on the NFL side of it was just this is what you have to do when you go into the league, is come into a new place where there's not a lot of familiar faces, and the battle is definitely uphill. And you got to come in and establish a leadership role while also trying to figure out, and follow. And it's been, again, a lot, easier based just on the team. The locker room here is incredible, and it's just been very cool. I, just feel blessed to be a part of with these guys, and just, there's a lot of relationships, and sometimes you feel like there's going to be cliques. You're not going to be able to fit in. You're this guy from a different program, and this and that, but I mean, I just feel like I gelled right in, and I've built some relationships that will be, lifelong.
You talked about gelling in. I guess what have you just kind of learned about the quote-unquote Notre Dame culture over the last couple months?
They work, extremely hard. It's, cultivated by probably Coach Bayless the most, and that breeds a lot of tough times, and those tough times breed, some friendships just based on the struggle. And again, they know how to make things fun and enjoy themselves as well. And I think just the little locker room interactions and whatnot of you miss them when you're out of it, and you really don't realize it. But from playing for as long as I have, and the off seasons and whatnot, you realize that stuff's special, and it's been very cool to be a part of so far.
And then Kaleb kind of talked about your relationship back in the day when you were both committed to Wake. I guess what do you remember about him from back then, and what's it like kind of finishing your career off now? Yeah,
it's it's kind of crazy. I remember when he texted me when it kind of was all was official, and I was like, oh, holy cow. And again, the cool thing was there's a lot of crossover with our tape when in the ACC, and we'd watch him play, and especially this past year, which I don't know if it was like destiny or whatever, but he caught my eye multiple times. Again, he's natural hands, just really good knack for tracking the ball, especially over the shoulder, and so it's just been cool. Again, it was somewhat of a familiar face that you when we were learning the ropes and touring campus and whatnot, it was cool to just have somebody that was kind of in your shoes.
How much did Tommy Rees play into your decision to come here, and then how tough was it for him to take the job?
You'll hear me say this phrase 1,000 times, but kind of that whole process, it is what it is. I think obviously it was a great opportunity for him, and there's no hard feelings there. Again, we just got out of a QB meeting. We've been meeting since Coach Parker took the role, and then obviously Gino, Coach Gino's just kind of come in, and again he's taking this thing by the reins for the quarterbacks, and along with that is just the quarterback room. We stuck together, and I knew Tyler a little bit before, and had no idea who Steve was. Obviously Kenny was showing up just like I was, but it's a really tight-knit group, and I think a lot of that was buffered by just those guys and our relationship. But again, like I said, it is what it is. We kept moving forward, and we've been moving forward since, and obviously spring break's coming up, and we're gonna attack as much as we can, and then once spring break's over, it's time to start playing some ball.
How much have Gino and Gerad just helped you with that transition and the changeover of coaching?
It's been great because, again, it's all new for them as well. So we're both kind of, especially Gino, we're trying to he's like, hey, where are you eating? I'm like, Coach, I can't, don't ask me, I don't know. I think that's a part of it is, again, another new face and another person who's kind of going through it. And obviously his successful track record at Cincy and before that, it's there's a lot of trust. He's smart. He knows what he's talking about. And again, he makes me, the meetings are fun. He keeps them light, but when it's time to talk ball, we're talking ball. And obviously Coach Parker's in a new role, new world, and he's been great. We've met a couple times and gone over just what is he seeing. We watch some of my old tape just to see how I see stuff, and it's been great. And again, he's got a little fire to him, and again, he's pretty reserved, but when it's time to go, it's time to go. And again, I've met his whole crew, his kids. His kid made me a little hat. I went fishing at their house past weekend, so that was fun. So it's been great. It's the family environment here, and Coach Freeman kind of preaches. It's been great just to be a part of that whole thing.
Sam, with the opportunity at Notre Dame, where can you grow as a quarterback?
I think it kind of goes back. I think that there's just an opportunity to come in and show the leadership and show the ability to come into a new place and really just assert yourself and understand the dynamics of every individual on this team. And something I hang my hat on at Wake is every year it's a whole new team, but you establish relationships that go through a bad play or a bad game or a bad week, and that's the goal here is just be an established leader, an established teammate, and do whatever it takes for the Irish to win.
With those around you, how can they make you better?
Up front, they're pretty good, right, from what I've been hearing. And then obviously all around, just some great athletes. And I think it goes beyond our offensive team, but even defensively, guys like JD, Kaiser, like Sam Hartman, some veterans. Again, those relationships, like I had class with them and just talking to them, just seeing how they see things, how it works here. Obviously it's just different for me. So, all the little insights, how they're running their defense for spring ball, like what can I gain from there? It's all over. It's just a lot of guys that love ball, and it's been cool to be a part of.
Are you in a graduate program?
Last question, guys.
I am not. I'm a non-degree seeking. Took a theology exam today, so hoping for a good grade. Professor Gerad, please.
Thanks.
Yeah, good. Appreciate you guys. Thanks.